You, me, my mom, your dad, our cousins, our uncles, our aunties, everybody struggles. Everybody has things that they've been dreading doing and things that they just don't want to do. And we're all so guilty of pushing things back, procrastinating. And although I do believe if you are procrastinating, it means that your body's trying to tell you you're in the wrong place, you don't want to do this, you're being forced to do it, whatever. I've not come up with, but I've found and been using three tricks that I'm going to show you to be able to do hard things or to continue doing things that you've been dreading. And because I believe that many long-term benefits of doing the hard things, especially doing them first, I think it's very important to try these tricks, to use them, and to help you accommodate in your everyday life. So the first one is ask yourself how you're gonna feel about it in 24 hours. You can even ask yourself how you're gonna feel about it next week, next month, whatever. Because the thing is, my thing is like if you live here instead of on the edges of life, this is an analogy I try to tell all my buddies. If you live here and something small happens, whatever, and you move here, like it's not a big deal, right? But if you're living on the edge, like you're always uptight, you're always nervous, stressing, any small thing, you're almost gonna fall off. And that's why everything's such a big deal to you, right? So ask yourself, how are you gonna feel about it in 24 hours? And one way to test out this, how you're gonna feel about it in 24 hours, but it requires you to actually do something hard or do something that you've been dreading. But one way to test out this method is to write it down. How am I gonna feel about asking out my crush? Or how do I feel about asking out my crush? Set an alarm. In 24 hours, answer the question, then go do it. Go ask out your crush. You have to do the thing, right? Whatever happens, happens. 24 hours later, your phone's going to ring. You're going to get the notification, and I don't even remember setting that. You're going to go answer it, and your mind is going to be completely different than how it was 24 hours earlier when you were panicking and nervous and stuff. Because fear is only a thing, fear only exists before the moment, you know? Once you're in the moment, you have no choice. You can't be scared anymore. You don't have a choice. You're here with your crush. You have to converse in a conversation. You can't stand there. It's not an option anymore, right? Fear is an indicator that something has to be done. Fear is literally telling you how much you care about something. It's telling you, go handle that, you know? So ask yourself how you're going to feel about it in 24 hours. Write it down, set the alarm, whatever. Do it. Get over the hurdle. Show yourself, okay, I'm still here. I'm alive. Still, even if your crush says no, you live here, right? And basically, living here means you're good with your work or school life, and your family life, and then your friends, and you have your good two hobbies that you like to do, right? So, like, if your crush says no, you might move out here, but you still got your work, you still got your school, you still got your family, you still got your friends, you know? If you're like over here, your work life's kind you can't find a job, you didn't want to go to school, you don't really have any hobbies, and your crush says no, of course it's the biggest deal in the world, you know? Another thing is a trick that I learned from a podcast recently that is try to split up your mind into two different sections, into two different like people kind of. So basically what the reference that was used was like if you have a glass of water and you pour salt in it, it's now salt water, right? If there's an invisible divider in the water and you pour salt in the cup, it's half regular water and half salt water. So try to have an invisible divider. For example, if you want to be a content creator, right? And you post the content, okay? And someone tells you, I don't like this video, this blah blah blah, negative, negative, negative about your videos. It won't affect you because that's not you, you know? That's whatever your username is. Say your username is Gray Water Bottle 32. They're talking bad about Gray Water Bottle 32. It doesn't have anything to do with you. So Gray Water Bottle 32 doesn't have feelings, right? He just keeps posting, keeps doing his thing, doing what he likes, making himself happy, he enjoys it. And Joshua, don't have to face the negative comments because you're not Gray Water Bottle 32. Boom, that's the other method. And the final method, which I'm brain farting right now, so got it. Okay, so the final method was find out what you don't like. You don't like to be embarrassed. You don't want to be known as a liar. You don't like when people pity you. Find out whatever it is and set yourself up to be that thing if you don't do what you need to do. So if you need to get your driver's license, for example, right? Text 3, 5, 10 people and say, By November 30th, I'm gonna have my driver's license. I'm gonna come pick you up. Book it. You gotta set it up for real. Book it right in your calendar right now. Joshua coming to pick you up November 30th. He got his license already. November 30th will come. All those people are gonna hit you up, text you. Yo, Josh, you got your license? You coming to get me? And when you have to tell them you didn't do what you said you were gonna do, now you're embarrassed and a liar, right? So it's either you do what you gotta do or you face, you put yourself in a position you don't want to be in. But those are the things you have to do. Because say you don't do what you said you were gonna do, you're gonna have to live with the shame, the guilt, the embarrassment, the being known as a liar, and you're not gonna want to do that ever again. So next time when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. And also one more little knowledge gap that not everybody really understands. When you say you're gonna do something and you don't do it, that causes low confidence because your body, your brain knows without saying it, it knows you're a person that's word is not strong and that doesn't get shit done, and it's okay when you don't get shit done. So make sure less, talk less, think about your words, really think about your words and make sure if you say you're going to do something, even if you just write it down, still do it because you need to show not just other people, you need to show yourself that you're a serious person. God bless.